For anyone who's worked in an office building, you'll know that a good workplace environment is essential and can make all the difference in a day's work. Unfortunately, there are often many malfunctions and problems that arise in commercial and industrial buildings. That's where my next guest comes in, SmartGreen. They've developed an innovative cloud-based platform that combines machine learning algorithms, big data analytics, and Internet of Things technology to automatically detect and adjust equipment failures and energy waste, all to optimize building system performance, energy consumption, and of course, employee comfort. And here to tell us more about it is Izzy Alias, CEO of SmartGreen. Welcome.
Hi, pleasure being here.
So what can you tell us about SmartGreen? What exactly do you do?
So SmartGreen has developed a software. It's a cloud-based software with many algorithms and rules, which knows how to connect to electromechanical equipment of a building and to adjust the parameters so that the building will function on its best way. So it's basically a software for optimization.
Now there are millions, if not tens or hundreds of millions of buildings around the world, and I assume that they all share very similar problems, right? So can you tell us about the main challenges?
Yeah, so actually, what we have seen that, the most common complaint in a building, it's too hot, too cold, and, the CO2 level is too high. So what we do, we put our own sensors in the building and we measure the CO2 level. We know how to connect to the end users' mechanical equipment and to adjust the parameters, to bring more fresh air from outside, to control the environment, to control the temperature, so that you'll have the best thermal comfort and best oxygen level.
And is it strictly just dealing with the climate?
It's dealing with the climate. It's dealing also with the functionality of the equipment. So we do optimization of chillers. We know how to connect to chiller system, pumps, and any electromechanical equipment and do the optimization.
So if there's a failure in any one of those equipments...
We know how to alert in advance. So we have an engine of fault detection which knows how to alert in advance, which know how to diagnose the failures. So we collect many data from the BMS, from the electromechanical equipment, and we know how to connect those dots and to alert to the building manager what's the problem.
And I understand that you don't only address workers' comfort, but also help save energy. So can you tell us a little bit about that aspect?
So actually we've saved energy to a few clients in Israel. So it's not only thermal comfort and optimization, it's all about also save energy. So we saved about 20% energy for clients. As we know how to connect to the electromechanical equipment, we know how to connect the dots, and we know how to give recommendation to the clients. So actually, at the end, they save energy, and also they are not encountering a breakdown situation of the mechanical equipment.
And can you walk me through the product? I mean, is it aimed at building managers, employees, or both?
It's aimed to basically building manager, facility managers, companies like which does maintenance to equipment, not to the end users. For the end users, we have a mobile application, and with the mobile application, they're able to control the environment, the immediate temperature in the environment. So they can sit at home, or 5 minutes before arriving to office, you can switch on or switch off the AC, so you can control, the immediate temperature in his environment.
In his own office, so I can sit at home, download an app, and tell my office what...
Please switch it on, switch it off, or please increase temperature, decrease temperature.
Now, what do you do when there's a work environment? Some people are hot, some people are cold.
So we have a voting mechanism where we have an algorithm which takes the votes. And with the votes, everybody the algorithm knows what is the best temperature to put.
Democracy of...
Yes, democracy of voting, yes.
Okay. And what stage are you in now? Is your technology already being implemented in buildings?
So we have clients like McDonald's Israel, Shufersal, Electra is our distributor in Israel. We've installed also in Azrieli, and many other places. So we have operation in Israel, UK, and Far East.
And this can go in pretty much any building, or it has to be sort of specific buildings, smart buildings?
It can go to any building, in fact. What we do, we have the capabilities to connect to the electromechanical equipment, to the fan coil, to the air handling units. So sometimes we change the control panel so that our software will be able to connect to those equipment, and we are able to monitor and to bring it to the best level of CO2 and temperature.
And it's all done through simple sensors,
Everything
or you have
is
to
done,
go into the
No,
the
so
grades?
everything is done automatically through software. And the software sits in the cloud, so it's a cloud-based software. By the way, with all the security measures which one can expect, and it's running smoothly. People are satisfied.
Yeah, and as office buildings eventually become smart buildings, I mean, do you expect this type of technology to be integrated sort of across the board?
Yeah, of course, of course. So any smart building, you need to have control on the environment. You need to have control on the CO2 level. So with this software, you are able to do that.
And I'm just curious, because this software focuses specifically on climate, but it can have many additional applications, no?
Yeah, it could be many additional applications,
Can you
of course.
expand on that a little?
So basically now, it's a software which, you have application to control the environment, but at the end, you will be able to order coffee beans, you will be able to do many other actions. To say that, if it's about maintenance, so to send an alert to the maintenance guys that, you want your room painted, and so on and so forth. Sky's the limit.
As long as it's a smart machine, for example,
Yes.
I can say to the coffee maker, have a cup of coffee ready for me
So
when I come into the office.
Exactly. So it sends an alert, and it gets ready.
And that'll be the next stage.
Yes.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.